All right, hey, how's it going? It's Red, here again with some Windows exploitation basics from TryHackMe. Quick synopsis of who I am. Hi, I'm a father of three, just a basic nerd, not a professional pen tester or anything like that. I just kind of want to learn some stuff, and I found TryHackMe, and they seem kind of cool. So I'm going through a lot of their challenges now. I went through their Advent of Cyber stuff, and it really got me hooked. So here I am. I'm on the complete beginner's pathway, which if I go here, if you go to TryHackMe, and then go to their paths, you can view the path. They got a lot of different stuff here. Complete beginner introduction, Linux fundamentals, network exploitation basics, web hacking, cryptography. And I'm here now. This is where I live. I'm in the Windows exploitation basics. I did the Windows Fundamentals 1 last night, and I'm going to be doing the Windows Fundamentals 2. So I went ahead and started spinning up some of my virtual machines. In TryHackMe, they have a virtual machine that you can use as an attacker box, which is on the bottom here, which you should be able to see. Let me just double check. Great. It is the THM attack box, and then WinFun2 is what started spawning when I clicked this start machine. So what are we supposed to be doing here today? In part 2 of the Windows Fundamental module, discover more about system configuration, UAC settings, resource monitoring, and Windows Registry and more. So we talked about a little bit of UAC yesterday, user account controls, which apparently they didn't trigger if you are a local administrator on the Windows box. And system configuration, we saw that there was a control panel back in the olden days, and then now there's the settings panel, which opens up the control panel. So let's just see what they have for us. All right, Windows Fundamental 1, we talked about the desktop, file system. Yeah, there you go. They're just giving us a summary. How easy is that? I've not run through this already. I might struggle a bit. It might get a little boring. But if you're interested in seeing how other people just kind of function and learn, then, you know, maybe you'll want to hang out and chit-chat. All right. This module will attempt to provide an overview of some other utilities available within Windows operating system and different methods to access these utilities. So we launched the virtual machine, and it gave us what the virtual machine's IP is, which is .221. The login information that they gave us is administrator and let me in 123 exclamation point. You can remote into this machine instead of using the virtual machine if you decided to by using the OpenVPN information, OpenVPN information that they gave you as part of your account, and then logging in that way to the network, and then from there you can remote in because you'll be able to access this local IP address. All right, accept the certificate when prompted. Okay, we don't need to do any of that. We have the virtual machine going. We're in press completed. Whoop whoop. The answer is correct. Hey, I got a streak. Your streak is increased. One away from a badge. So they try to gamify things here. You may not like, you don't care about gamification or whatever, but I myself, I consider myself a streaker. No, not that kind of streaker. I like building a streak of getting to the thing I'm trying to learn every day. So I guess you get a badge at 30 days, and then at 45 days you get 5% off swag. So I love swag. I'm going to have to buy some at some point, maybe after I get that 5% discount. All right, cool. Answer correct. We have first task done and 8 more to go. So the system configuration utility, msconfig, is for advanced troubleshooting. Its main purpose is to help diagnose startup issues. Reference the following document here. All right, so what I like to do is when they give me a reference is go look at that reference. I right-clicked the link and I open in a new tab because that's what I like to do. For more information on the system configuration utility. Great. So let's just quickly browse it. how to use the system configuration utility to troubleshoot configuration errors. Cool. Talk about startup options, selective startup. So I like to bookmark everything. And I like to make sure that it goes into one of my many folders so that way I can go ahead and review it later on. I will organize my any bookmarks that I add later. It's a little difficult on Firefox to do it on the fly, at least for me. Maybe you're a Hacker Pro or something. So, all right. So how do we do this? Let's go down here. Oh, hey, remember they taught us how to open up the search box by right-clicking the taskbar and then taking off a hidden. And we can do that. And now if we want to, we can just type it from here. So that's what I'm going to do. ms config. We're doing some lesson linking here, folks. Linking information from last section and trying to do the task that we're doing this section. How neat is that? All right. So we did that. The app, system configuration. I'm going to click it. You need local administrator rights to do this. So cool thing is they give us the administrator password if you remember, right? So it's got 5 tabs across the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. General through tools. In the general tab, we can select what devices and services for Windows to load upon boot. Oh, hey, so if you want to get yourself a diagnostic startup or normal startup or selective startup, you can totally do that from here. I did not know that. I'm not a Windows Pro by any means, very much a Windows noob. So this is actually pretty interesting to me. All right, services. We want to see what services are booting up. Oh, I might have to do this on my own computer. See what kind of shenanigans are running in the background, huh? All right, see anything? Won't see anything attached to the VM. Below is a screenshot of the startup tab. Nothing here. And no, this is the select command section. So that's if we go to tools. All right, let me make this a little bit larger if I can. Oh, can't. So, all right. So we have general. All those little startup things, boot. What does it say for boot? We can define various boot options for the operating system. Guess I'm not really going to touch that here. Services, all the things that run in the background. Startup, what starts up with the computer. And the different tools that we have available to us. Note, if you open Task Manager for the attached VM, you'll notice that Task Manager doesn't show a startup tab. As you can see, Microsoft advises using Task Manager to manage, enable, disable startup items. So let's do, it doesn't say that on here. Interesting. It just says that startup items are not enabled on this system. So maybe we'll have to check that out on your own systems. But let's get started with some of the questions. To run a tool, we can use the command to launch a tool via the run prompt, command prompt, or clicking the launch button. So is there a launch button? There's one right there. Hey. So let's open up Task Manager with the launch button. Neat. All kinds of shenanigans. Cool. No, I'll just leave that open. And so, what is the name of the service that lists systems internals as the manufacturer? All right, so they're asking for service. Now we'll look for systems internal as the manufacturer. So, scrolling. I feel like perhaps, if we click it, we can make it organized. So I organized it from descending alphabetically. So VUS. All right. Name of the service, PS Shutdown. All right, let's try that. PS. It doesn't really care whether you do things capitalized correctly in this, but let's, for good practice, try it. All right. PS Shutdown, whoop whoop, answer is correct. I like that. It makes me really happy when they have the little whoop whoop. I don't know, maybe I'm a nerd. All right, whom is the Windows license registered to? All right, let's see where we can find that information. Tools, perhaps? Basic information about our system settings. Okay, I see the activation here. So that does not look like where we need to be. I'm not sure where this would be. Oh, you know what? I wonder if they mentioned it somewhere in here. Probably not, but maybe. Okay, I do not see that. So this is the potentially not so fun part for anybody who might be watching. I'm gonna see if I can switch one thing around. Make my camera move over just a little bit. Here we go, put it in the center screen, see if that bothers anybody. If that doesn't work for you for whatever reason, let me know. All right. So, who could this be licensed to? Let's see if they give us a hint or anything. Oh, I feel like this is the place to be, man. I'm gonna click this button and see what happens. Nope, I don't want to change it for real. Activation. Let's see. I feel like I remember seeing registration stuff, like when you go to the computer and then like right click it and come up with the system stuff. So like it's gotta be around here. It's not in system properties. Let's see if there's anything else up here. About Windows. Haha, found it. All right. So if you go to About Windows, it tells you the product is licensed under the Microsoft license terms to Windows user. Dope, dope. All right. Windows user. And how did I know that? I didn't. I just took a look at the system configuration to see what might be the appropriate tool that might get me that answer. And just so happened to be the one that was at the very top, About Windows. So part of this is, practicing and kind of do some exploratory learning. Highly recommend exploratory learning. It is a great way to practice things and experiment. It's very fun. It's like a puzzle, but it can be a little time consuming, and I get that. So, but hey, you got to put in the work. All right. What is the command for Windows troubleshooting? All right, Windows troubleshooting right here. I went to the system configuration section, and it shows me in the bottom selected command. And let's see if I'll be able to copy and paste this into this section here. Beautiful. Perfect. C Windows System 32 control.exe /name Microsoft.troubleshooting. All right. What command will open a control panel? The answer is in the name of the exe, not the full path. All right. Simple enough. The control panel. Let's see if the control panel's in here. But I'm pretty sure, didn't we see it right here? Is this what they mean? I mean, that's not the control panel, that's system configuration. So maybe it's in here. System properties, performance, command prompt. I feel like it's going to be something dumb like controlpanel.exe. Launch add, remove programs. No, but it's not, that's the CPL. Let's see if I can cheat. All right, control panel. All right, so I went to the search bar and I went to control panel. I'm going to right click it. I'm going to open file location. It's in their Windows system. I'm going to right click that. I'm going to go to properties and look at general. It's under system tools. Oh, it's is it controlpanel.exe? That doesn't I feel like this is a trap. I feel like this is a trick. Trick. So I'm gonna go one by one through here. Control panel, change UAC settings. That's too long. That can't possibly be right. It's a command prompt. That's an MSC. Event viewer. That's where we see logs and stuff, right? That's in the CPL. That's ipconfig. System information. That can't be right. All right, so I'm going to try this and see if this is what they're talking about. It shouldn't be what they're talking about, but don't believe it's what they're talking about. But maybe it is what they're talking about. I don't know. Paste. .exe. No, not right. Control panel. I'm here. I am on the desktop. Create shortcut. See what the shortcut tells me. Properties. Oh my goodness. File extension names. Oh, all right. Now this is me struggling pretty hard here. What command will open the control panel? The name of the exe. So it sounds like they're looking for these commands. Is it control.exe? Control.exe. All right. Well, there we go. Went through the. Sorry for the weird noises. I'm not a professional at all. I'm just a guy trying to make it here. System configuration, system properties, view basic information about your computer system settings. And I saw in here that they had C Windows System 32 control.exe system. And I figured it had to be like control panel or something. So I'm curious. So I'm going to type in control.exe here and see what comes up. If you go into the search bar and type in control.exe, it comes up with the control panel. All right, verified. We can move on to task 3, change UAC settings. We're continuing with tools that are available through the system configuration panel. All right, so let's shut all these bad boys down. Configuration panel, cool. User account UAC was covered in great detail in Fundamentals 1. I mean, yeah, okay. The UAC settings can be changed or even turned off entirely, not recommended. You can move the slider to see how the settings will change the UAC settings and Microsoft stance on the setting. All right, so let's go to that then. Let's find change UAC settings. Settings.exe is the command to make that happen. We're going to press launch. Don't modify me when I make changes to settings. Don't modify me when I don't notify, excuse me. All right. What is the command to open a user account? Oh, cool. The answer is the name of the exe file, not the full path. All right. Is this bad boy right here? Copy pasta, paste. Doesn't look like they want us to mess around with that at all. So, fair enough. We'll leave that closed and move on to computer management. We're continuing tools. Okay, tools, boom, that are available through the system configuration panel. Man, I'm going to be a pro at the system configuration panel by the end of this. The computer management comp MGMT utility has 3 primary sections: system tools, storage, and services and applications. All right, so computer management, that one, launch. We'll start with task scheduler in system tools. Okay. Per Microsoft, with Task Scheduler, we can create and manage common tasks that our computer will carry out automatically at times we specify. A task can run an application, a script, etc. The task can be configured to run at any point. A task can run at login or at log off. Tasks can also be configured to run at a specific schedule or on a specific schedule, for example, every 5 minutes. To create a task, click on Create Basic Task in the Actions right pane. All right, right pane. Create basic task. Click. Done. We can add some names. So we'll name this one Let's Roll. Actually, let's see. Can I put like parentheses and exclamation points? Intelligence. All right. A test task. Cool. Next, when you want to run it, we'll run it one time, and we'll run it. Time do we have here? They're calling it 8. We'll run it in 5 minutes, so 27. Action. Start a program. We'll open up, I don't know, Notepad. How about that? That's a pretty... I don't want to do any arguments. Cool. Finish. All right, so theoretically in 5 minutes it should give us a task. All right, let's go watch some other stuff in the meantime. Next is Event Viewer. Cool. Event Viewer allows us to view events that have occurred on the computer. These records of events can be seen and is an audit trail. So this was kind of important when we were doing our Advent of Cyber last task, although we used a different tool to view the logs instead of Event Viewer. So there's more than one way to skin a cat. It's one of the neat things about cybersecurity. All right, this information is often used to diagnose problems, investigate actions, execute on a system. Great. Event Viewer has 3 panes. So Event Viewer, click this little arrow, the caret, or whatever you want to call it. Have custom views, Windows logs, application services. Looks like subscriptions as well. Oh, there's 3 panes. So I'm gonna make this big. Hopefully I'm not too in the way. I think, you know what? Maybe I need to like edit my scenes that way the camera's closer to up top here. There we go. All right. That way I don't block what we're looking at, hopefully. All right. And hierarchical tree listing of the event log providers. The pane in the middle will display a general overview and summary of the events. Okay. The pane on the right is the actions pane. Okay, we just, this task scheduler also has an actions pane. So I guess it's pretty similar. All right. There are 5 types of events that can be logged. Below is a table from docs.microsoft.com. So I'm going to do the same as I always do. I right click and I'm going to save this for later. And these event types are going to be important. So we can tell the difference between what an error is, an audit failure, so on and so forth. The standard logs are visible under the Windows logs in a table. Okay, great. application security, system, and custom log. For more information about Event Viewer and event logs, please refer to the event log room. Oh, look, check it out. We'll just take a quick aside here. TryHackMe has more rooms that you can kind of go and practice some stuff on. And this one is the Windows event logs room, which will be really good for a blue team type person or a red team person that wants to understand what Windows people are looking at. All right, so in the above image, under shares are the default shares, Windows, C, and $, and your default remote administration shared created by Windows, such as admin. As with any object in Windows, you can right-click on the folder and its properties. Oop, I don't want to mess with that right now. We have sessions, performance, all right. Device manager. Under storage, we have what we have is under storage is Windows Server Backup and Disk Management. We'll only look at Disk Management in this room, okay. So we can see what kind of disks we mess with. I've used this many a time in installing different hard drives, so that's useful. All right, well, that's enough familiarization with that. Let's go ahead and start answering some questions. What is the command to open computer management? The answer is the name of the MSC, not the full path. All right, so computer management, and it's comp mngbbg. Oh, gracias. .msc. My daughter just gave me a marshmallow because I'm special. Thank you, babe. At what time every day is a Google Update Task Machine UA task configured to run? So let's take a look at, oh hey, check it out. My notepad popped. Fancy. Something to keep in mind is if we want to set up some type of persistence, that is one way of doing it. All right. So let's go back to our task scheduler. Let's take a look at Google Update Task. And it looks like every day at 6:15 a.m. What is the name of the hidden share? All right. Oh, looks like we got a share right here. It looks like it's share folder. All right. We're getting there. We're almost done. About halfway. Task 5, system information. So let's see what their questions are. What is the command to open system information? So we've kind of gone through this several times already, so this should be easy. System information. What is the command to open it? Oh, neat. What is listed under system name? So system information, let's open it up. System name is THM for TryHackMe. WinFun2. Under environment variables, what is the name, or what is the value for ComSpec? Environment variables. Okay, so under software environment, environment variables, ComSpec. Let's go ahead and doesn't look like I'm going to be able to copy pasta this bad boy. So what I did do is I left click this thing, I control C and then went back and control V to to paste it in there, and now I just got to delete a bunch of stuff that we don't need. All right, answers been answered. So if you want more information about the system configuration panel, system information, you go to MSInfo 32, and you'll be able to get all this kind of like what networks you got here. That's going to be useful. Those environment variables, because a bad guy might put an environment variable out there that you might not expect. You also have your path text. So, all right. Resource monitor. All right, resource monitor. I'm sensing a pattern here. What is the command to open resource monitor? Boom. All right, let's see what resource monitor looks like. We'll launch it. All right, we can see what type of usage we're getting here. It looks really familiar to what you see during when you have the task manager up, right? So what is it, if we can take out any notes, anything in particular they want us to know about this? Note, the information displayed in Resource Monitor will be different for you compared to the images above. All right, well, we figured we have different computers, different things running. I get it. Command prompt, all right. What is the full command for the Internet Protocol configuration and system configuration? Internet Protocol configuration. Full command. I can do that. Copy paste. For IP config command, how do you show detailed information? Okay, so let's go ahead and launch that. Nice. So if we go into our command, ipconfig, it's gonna give us that. Let's see if we can get some help. Windows, are you TechH? TechH gives us the help file, the help information. And so if we want to show detailed information, the flag we're going to use is ipconfig/all. ipconfig/all. Great. ipconfig/all. Registry Editor. What is a command to open the Registry Editor? I'm going to guess it's regedit.exe. Ooh, I was wrong. All right. System configuration panel, Windows Registry. Registry Editor. Ah, cool. Ah, haha, it tricked me. Look at that. I got a little too ambitious. Jump to conclusions. It is Regedit 32 without the I there. See what this hint says. Refer to the command in msconfig. Yep, of course. So, any notes in here? Anything we want to know about? Refer to the following documentation here to learn about the Windows Registry. I'm going to do that. Go ahead. Click the little star. Windows Registry information for advanced users. Gives you everything you're going to want to know about the registry and more, I'm sure. All right. Warning. The registry is for advanced computer users. Making changes to the registry can affect normal computer operations. So, don't play with it if you don't know what you're doing. Even if you know what you're doing, have a backup or something, because you'll probably break something. So, let's see any good information here. Registry contains information that the Windows continually references during operations, such as the profiles for each user, applications installed on the computer, and the types of documents that each can create, property sheet settings for folders and application icons, what hardware exists on the system, the ports that are being used. The registry is pretty powerful. So let's launch this registry. Let's take a look at, see if we can find anything. Got information on services, on users, what's on a local machine. All kinds of goodies. All right, so now that that's done, let's take a look at the task 9 conclusion. Recall that the tasks covered in this room were some of the tools that can launch from msconfig. Throughout the room, commands and shortcuts were shared for the utilities. This means you don't have to launch msconfig to run these utilities. You can also run some of these utilities directly from the start menu. See below where they can be found. Some of those tools listed in msconfig that weren't mentioned in this room were either covered in Windows 101 or left for you to explore on your own. Exploratory learning is pretty awesome. So if you have any tips, tricks, anything that you want to add regarding some of this stuff that we talked about here, in summary, we talked about the system configuration layout, which had general, boot, services, startup, and tools. We talked a lot about the tools that are in there, including some of the highlights were the Registry Editor, what else we got? System information. We were able to access the computer management section there, which let us get to the task scheduler as well as event logs, two extremely important things, which I'm certain they're going to cover in later on for the Windows Exploitation basics. So I think we're good here. I'm going to go ahead and start terminating some of these. Terminate my window so I can exit kind of gracefully. Didn't even need my attack box today, but so we'll shut it down that way. Go to conclusion, read all the above, completed. We did a good job, yay! Sparkles and confetti. I guess big thanks to Heaven Riza. I'm gonna give this a little plus thumbs up there for their efforts. Go check them out. Let's see what else has this staff member for TryHackMe done. They made a couple other rooms. Mr. Robot CTF, wow, so that's pretty good. They got one on Kali Machine, web app sec, so on and so forth. Go ahead, check out TryHackMe. It's super easy. They walk through this step by step, and develop your streak. You know, I know people don't like streaks, man, but big fan. Been working on it on TryHackMe for the last 29 days. Just going through the complete beginner path, doing some Advanced Cyber tasks, and then every once in a while I go on a little side path that's for something that caught my attention. So that's it for me. I've been Red. Hit me up on Twitter. You know, talk to me on the TryHackMe Discord. I'm all over the place, so can't get rid of me. Take care.